Hey baddies, welcome to another Auntie Amy's Trashy Tarot. Today I'm asking the question, are you under vampiric attack? So I have done a bit of a pre-shuffle, so we have some piles going on. I also have these three cards as your psychic linking object. Now I will be pulling more cards as I need to for clarity, and at the end of each group I'm getting letters, initials, and charms to find out more information about your particular situation. So I will be inserting a little video for those of you who need a bit more time to see which group you're drawn to. And I'll take a moment and I will show you each of these cards up close so you can get a better vibe of each group. And if you're drawn to more than one group, there may be more than one message here for you. And with that said, I'll see you beautiful, magical baddies on the other side. Bye, guys. Hey, Group 1, all of you that selected horror, overwhelm, drama, anxiety. This is going to be your reading all about are you under vampiric attack? Keep in mind, this is a general reading, so just take what resonates and leave the rest behind. Be sure to stay tuned to the end because I'm going to be getting letters, initials, and charms, and I will be pulling more cards as I need to for clarity. This is a low light reading, so the low light is on purpose. I would read in the dark if I could, you guys. So one of these days I'll be channeling in the dark. I'll do some videos like that. But anyway, let's get into your cards and see what came out. We have Angel of Time. Let me get these other cards first. We have the child I was meant to be. We have the other side. Let's get these toxic cards. We have shoots their shot, tries their luck on whoever catches their eye, but only goes after who is interested in return. Inception. They twist people's words and creates another story to fit their own narrative. Ooh, that feels bad. Dumb as shit, tries to calculate calculus, but thinks 2 + 2 is 5. Okay. We have Metamorphosis, number 35. You must let go of limitations in order to obtain all you want. Opportunities start to appear once you begin to modify and alter your perceptions. We have Stuck. What or who is keeping you stuck? Living authentically is what gives life meaning. Be aware of your value. Remember to lean into what is important and to live honestly and fully. Fortitude, 12. Do not code your power to forces that are not in your best interest. Do you gain more insight into the role that emotions play? Sorry, these cards are hard to see because it's dark, but I like reading in the dark. So you may improve the world that you live in that way. So this really is about balancing out and seeing the emotions, like what emotions play a role in your world. These are cool cards. This is the Shadow Oracle, if you're wondering what deck those cards came from. Your auntie's tongue is heavy today. I say that every day. I do these readings, but it's true. But I'm getting better. So, land back, and we have bat, intuition, emerging, flight, and we have Grim Reaper, ending, shock, starting over. I gotta tell you, I am not feeling vampiric energy as much as parasitic energy. And I'll tell you why I'm I'm feeling a difference here. And you may feel it's the same, but to me, this energy feels a little bit different because I feel like for group one, I'm feeling something that was embedded at like an early childhood or early adulthood. And you guys, I'm having trouble like with my throat chakra. That's why I keep muting the mic. You guys may have had some effects on your throat chakra. You may have had issues with anxiety here. And with this card, I'm getting like startle reflexes, hypervigilance. There may be trauma in group one that we're not going to talk about because I don't want to trigger anybody, and that's not what this reading is for. Um, I don't feel like you're being like attacked as much as there's this latent parasitic energy, and it's something that um, many of you have just lived with and you're aware of, but it is so embedded because of the nature of the event or events. Okay. Um, and it's part of what has kept you stuck in patterns of behavior. Okay. Um, and I feel like part of it there with this card and the stuck card, I feel like some of you guys have this energy that is very like self-defeating, this energy that is very self-depreciating, very self-blocking. I'm feeling self-sabotage here. And for many of you, I feel like it runs at such an embedded level that it's hard to pinpoint sometimes how you're doing this. For some of you guys, it's very complex how this program runs, um, and you're not really even aware of it at times. It's just so complex. It's like it's like the voice that whispers to the voices inside your head. It's so super subconscious here. And with this card here, this is a poltergeist movie. And, you know, the little girl gets taken, right, by the spirits. And I feel like for many of you, I feel like this is like a loss of innocence here with this child card, like a loss of childhood, a loss of vulnerability. For many of you, there's just, I feel some kind of shock or awareness that the tenderness and wonder of life went from being very alive to I see the world for what it is at a very young age. The realities of being like alive. You know, what I think I'm trying to put into words, and I'm having a hard time, is, you know, as a kid, we're full of wonder and possibility. And when you have had trauma, the problem is, one of the problems is that you're very young and you have seen some of the worst in humanity. So you understand that the world is not a wonderland. It can be a nightmare. It can be a hellscape. And the problem is you're 10. You know, so it's growing old before your time. And that in itself has its own scars, you know. And so I feel like this parasitic energy, it feels like it's connected to family. Um, they twist people's words and create another story to fit their narrative. And I feel like for many of you, this has never been validated. Now, for some of you, this doesn't have to be family, but I feel like it's a deep betrayal if it's not actual blood relation, okay? Some kind of violation of your will. And you were denied. You were denied some kind of closure or validation in this situation. And I feel like in the truth with this card, I'm feeling cowardice with this card. This person who violated your will is a coward. I feel like they took advantage of you at a young age or during a time where you were very vulnerable. Maybe this is a relationship where you were very new to love and this person took advantage of you in many ways. Okay. And I feel this energy of, well, we're looking at the Grim Reaper here. So I feel like some of you guys have walked away from the situation. Okay. Some of you may be in process of that. Either way you slice it, whether you've done some kind of work to remove this parasitic energy, there's remnants, okay? And some of you haven't at all, okay? Understand that when you have something like this so firmly rooted, it's in your, I feel like it's in your root and your sacral, and it's affecting your throat and your heart. It can take time, and it can take a couple of, clearings and working of the energy, right? And the thing is that I feel like this parasitic energy, it really has colored your life in so many ways. Because it's made you believe that it's convinced you of your value, that you're not worth as much as what you truly are. The Knight of Swords, the Cyclops. Ooh, that feels nasty. I'm picking up on the energy of the parasite. The Cyclops. We have the King of Wands, manipulative. I'm seeing a focused, manipulative energy. The words were nasty. And for many of you, the Knight of Swords is an aggressive knight. They're very aggressive. Lots of violations of will, lots of manipulation. For some of you, there was physical boundaries crossed. Okay. And I'm seeing this energy here, and I'm hearing like, no one's looking over my shoulder. I'm hearing like, they'll never believe you. These words, these harsh words, leave deep scars in our psyche, and it can make it very difficult to communicate. It can make it very difficult to go after the things we want in life, because we're left with these feelings of being worthless. Because someone who was very twisted labeled us with a certain worth during some events that were very traumatic, that made us physically feel worthless to some kind of degree. And so the words and the deeds mirrored each other. So it's a powerful impression that we're given as children. And so as adults, we have to heal those. We have to see the truth of those and understand that those words and those labels, although powerful, were not truth. They were the words of a twisted, possibly psychopathic person who may have had, and listen, this is absolutely zero reason or zero validation for what they've done, but there could have been like addiction issues here. Not everybody who has addictions does evil shit though. So you don't get a pass because you're a drunk or whatever. You know what I'm saying? You don't get a pass. Okay, we have the Five of Swords. I'm getting a lot of discord. For some of you, you know, you may have grown up in a house full of discord, which has made you just really unsure, you know, trying to not hit this trauma hard, okay? Because I feel like talking about these little parts of this helps you understand the parasite, not being able to feel at home anywhere. Some of you guys, not all of you, but some of you have a wandering spirit. You can't feel settled anywhere. You're always moving shit around, or you're trying to move different places, or you never feel at home, land back. You never feel okay, even in your body, in your heart, in your mind. It doesn't matter where. You can't find home. You can't find comfort because you're always trying to escape because home was never safe. And it's like the struggles of that time come forward with you like a parasite. And it affects all your relationships, and it affects you deeply. And I feel like I'm being pulled to this Fortitude card in Metamorphosis, because I feel like this is coming forward for you because you're coming into a time of healing. The pure awareness that for some of you, you still have remnants of this parasitic energy attached to you. And there's a little bit more work for you to do. And for others, it's the awareness that you have this. You have this, like, I don't know if I would call it a latent parasite, but it's just been there for a long time. And for some of you, you've been trying to figure out, like, why do I keep doing this? Why do I keep acting this way? Why does this keep happening? And there's just a really deep pattern of behavior that comes from this event, these events, whatever this is for you. And it's time to recognize the source of it. Whatever it is, trauma is very different for every one of us, and we shouldn't judge other people's trauma. You know, it could have been that you were verbally abused, and this is harsh words said to you. You know, you could have been someone who was held to a very high standard. And now, no matter how hard you work, no matter how perfect you are, it's never fucking good enough. That can really dull the shine of someone who was meant to shine. And it's time to release this. It's time to kind of like allow the release of this parasitic energy. And the truth is, the power is within you to release it. To release it, you have to acknowledge it. And for some of you, you may need to go get help, like go to therapy and things like that. Some of you guys may already be in therapy. But it may be time to do some self-reflection, to kind of look at your thought patterns. Perhaps take a recent event where you weren't able to act on something you wanted to, or a relationship that somehow fell apart because of some pattern that you continued, and be willing to go outside yourself and look at it from another perspective. So you're willing to see where the parasitic patterning started, the toxic behavior started. Do you run away when you start to feel emotions? Do you run away from people who value you? A lot of traumatized people, they don't understand how much they mean to other people. And it's hard for people to understand this feeling. But traumatized people many times don't take it in that I mean this to this person, because they're not aware of their value. And group one, it's time for you to understand your value. You know, when Carol Ann got taken, her family fought for her, right? So she knew her value. And because perhaps you didn't see people fighting for you, you feel like you don't value, you don't have any value to anyone. And that's just not true. There are probably people in your life who value you right now more than you know. And I want you, group one, to consider asking your guides, your spirits, your subconscious, whatever's real for you, to make aware in your life the people in your life who truly care for you. The situations where people are being good to you. Open up your heart to begin to see and receive that. I think you'll be really surprised. It helps you connect to gratitude, which is extremely healing. And sometimes when we have these very deep wounds, these kind of parasitic energies, going towards good emotions, getting good vibes going, helps us really see where it is. Sometimes we get lost in the self-sabotaging energy and we become unbalanced, and we're not able to see, like, we're not able to get any perspective on our own inner thoughts anymore because we're so engulfed in the parasitic energy. It's part of what trauma does. It's part of what abuse does. We're in our own universe within our own universe within ourselves. It's like, the subconscious, super subconscious, whispering to our subconscious a whole program. We don't even know what's going on back there, kind of thing. And becoming aware of interactions with others and how people are being there for you and asking for that is also becoming more aware of the present moments in your life. You're becoming more aware of the present. And it helps pull your energy forward. It's easier to heal from this more positive perspective. Yes, we need to go into the shadow, but I feel like you guys are in a place where you need perspective because you need to be able to see this parasite. Some of you guys have been working with this and there's remnants of it left, and you need a different perspective. And some of you guys just need to be able to see it. So it's almost like you pull yourself out of it and you turn around and you look and you're able to see, oh, that's my thought process. That's how I'm blocking myself. Or, oh my gosh, that's what's going on. That's why I keep doing that. It's because I keep telling myself this. I've got to stop that. And then you're able to kind of like do some work with yourself and understand that's what's going on. Self-awareness is so powerful. And it's something that we really need to talk more to the younger generation about. Self-awareness, awareness of your thoughts, awareness of, we have so many passive thoughts that we don't even analyze. And it's time for us to really think about where we put our energy and where we put our thoughts. Yes, we're all going to have, bad days. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying that some of us have repetitive thoughts that are from traumatic events that need to be examined because they are interfering with the life and the relationships we want to live. And what I'm feeling here is that as we become more aware and self-aware, there is a releasing of this parasitic energy. There is a renewal of strength. There is the metamorphosis that happens for group 1. And we get our land back. Okay, and I love this card because what it tells me is that through this metamorphosis, through this radical reclamation of self, of your mind, of your thoughts, of your security, that root chakra is about safety, security, survival. What do I need to live in the world? And you may not realize it, but a lot of those thoughts were there to help keep you safe. And for many of you, if you're not safe, get safe. Number 1, period. Get safe, seek help, get safe. That is your first thing. We want you safe, okay? But next is, it's time to heal. It's time to reclaim that which was taken from me. My mind, my security, my stability. You deserve all those good things. And many times those programs, they tell us, keep, basically, a lot of those programs tell you that are running subconsciously or super subconsciously, I guess, uh, tell you to keep yourself small. Because when you're being preyed upon, the smaller you are, the less you antagonize the predator. But as the predator for many of you is gone, it's time for you to release the need to be small and to embrace yourself and to start to live life. And that's really difficult when you've been living in a tightly contained ball. And that's really what we're talking about here. Your land back, your space back, taking up space, being fully human, embracing who you really are, and allowing the metamorphosis of self, the growth of self. You know, we don't often talk about this, but when you've been traumatized at certain points in your life, there is kind of like, I don't want to say a stunting of growth, but you kind of encapsulate your growth a little bit, especially emotionally. It's hard to emotionally mature when you're trying to keep yourself small so you don't get, you don't get any more harm done to you or violations of will. So I feel like that's part of this metamorphosis, is that there will be a change. You will become unstuck. You will be able to move forward. But there's a need here to get a new perspective. And a lot of times when we've been deep in this kind of energy, moving towards joy, and that's what we're talking about here. We're moving towards joy. We're moving towards gratitude. We're moving towards seeing the people in our life who are deeply caring for us and we can connect to for happy moments. And we're pulling on those to help us be able to turn around and see the toxicity, to see the new perspective on our situation. You know, it's powerfully healing and you'll be able to move forward. And healing from that perspective is very different. It happens much more quickly and it happens much more clearly. So for those of you who have remnants of a parasite, this is going to help you really clear that out. Now, it doesn't mean that this event, trauma, whatever this is, won't ever be an issue again. When you are deeply traumatized, it's a wound that needs care, okay? But it will be different. It won't be as heart shaking. It'll be different. It will be from a higher perspective or a different perspective. All right. Okay, let's get you guys some letters, initials, and some charms. Okay, group one, these are going to be your letters, your initials, and your charms. Keep in mind it's a general reading, so just take what resonates and leave the rest behind. These could be your initials, their initials, a meaningful word, a screen name. Just take what resonates here. So we have FEUEMKDAAQYS. I have feud here. So you may have a family disagreement about this situation. There may be some family issues going on. Fighting, there may have been a fight, etc. There may be a fight today. People may disagree about this. Yeah, we have the scissors here. For some of you, you may have cut the cord with this person, or you may need to cut the cord, or you may have gotten distance from this person. Yeah, I feel like for some of you guys, we have a clock here. I feel like, this happened some time ago. We have the stethoscope. You may be involved in the healthcare industry. You may be a counselor, or you may be going to school, or just in some way. You could just work in a doctor's office. I don't mean just, because I go to the doctor all the time, and you guys are awesome to me. So, we need you. We need good people at the doctor's office for sure. We have a fairy here. And I just feel like, I don't think you realize that, like, you deserve to have, like, what I would call a do-over childhood, okay? So, and I'm going to tell you from my perspective. So how do I, because I'm a very traumatized person. I've talked about it in different videos, blah, blah, blah. So I allow myself to do stuff that feeds my inner child. And one of the things I did is I started eating the candy that I didn't eat as a kid, and I started watching Scooby-Doo a lot, and I still, that happened, a while back, and I still do that, but I can't have candy like I used to because of my autoimmune disease. But anyway, so I still do things that feed my inner child, and I don't get to do them as much as I used to, but I encourage you to do things that feed your inner child. Some of you guys need to like get some adult coloring books and markers and go color. Some of you guys need to go fly a kite this spring or whenever. Go walk in the park and enjoy nature. Remember, when was the last time you got outside and just enjoyed being outside? Maybe you need to go play, go throw a ball around. Remember those days when you just had a good time for no reason? Go blow some bubbles, enjoy your life. Um, that's really what childhood was about. We enjoyed being outside, um, and just playing. And being in the state of play is timeless. Play some video games, do some things that you enjoy. Eat some ice cream, you know, stay up late. You know what I'm saying? Like, allow that inner child to receive some of the things they did not get. If you can afford it, buy yourself that special toy that you didn't get. It's okay. It's all right. People who would judge you, it's none of their fucking business. Tell them Auntie Amy said so. They can write me a letter and an email if they don't like it. I don't care. You deserve to have a childhood, even if it's one you give to yourself. You're allowed to be a kid. And I feel like there's a lot of healing energy coming forward for group one. And I feel like the more you take care of yourself and invest in yourself, the more you're going to see your worth and the more you're going to have compassion for what you've been through. And like I said, some of you guys have been working on this, and this parasite is like remnants of it. And there's just many layers of deep healing for you. For some of you guys, you're just on this path. And it really is a pathway of healing that lets you see how precious your inner child is, and having you understand that the inner child is you. That's you. But it's almost like at first you start to see the inner child as a precious child that you want to take care of, and you want to do fun things with, and you want to allow yourself to make cupcakes and, have cupcakes or whatever. Or some of you guys want to have a cupcake. Go have a cupcake. Unless you're diabetic, then have a diabetic cupcake. But do your thing, go ride the roller coaster. Give yourself permission to do those things, It doesn't matter what people say, because in the end, it's your life. People do not know what you've been through. And those people who know what you've been through and deny it, those aren't your people, okay? This is your life, and you deserve to have some fun. We often forget fun. Fun is necessary. And find an activity that you find fun that you can lose yourself in. You can get in flow in. I think it will be very healing for you. All right. Okay, group one, that's what I received for you. I hope this was helpful. If it was, please let me know down in the comments below. I would love to hear from you guys. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do. I'd love to have you as a member of my tribe. And if you'd like to see more Auntie Amy's Trashy Tarot, give me a thumbs up. And I'll see you beautiful, magical baddies on the other side. Bye, guys. Hey, group two, all of you that selected killer, stalked, obsessed, impulsive. This is going to be your reading all about, are you under vampiric attack? So keep in mind, this is a general reading. It's a general session, so just take what resonates and leave the rest behind. Now, I will be pulling more cards as I need to for clarity, and at the end of this group, I will get letters, initials, and charms. And this is a low light reading. I love to read in low light, so yeah, it's on purpose. Okay, so let's get into it. The first card is experience. Ooh, I love this card. Ooh, okay. I'm getting a certain vibe. All right. We have strength. Okay. We have accumulation. Okay. We have right hand empathy. Okay, I kind of want to look at these. We have trauma bond. Okay. We have gilded regret, queen of my world, naked before the stars. We have cemetery, past life, going away, grief. Put that right there. We have on to the next, has a backup bay in their side pocket when and if things fall apart during their current escapade. Oh. Okay, we have the delusional god acts as if everyone should kiss their butt and shower them with love, but they don't deserve it. We have empty calories, pretends to have substance, but is just full of air. Okay, so this person's an asshole. I don't need the cards to tell me that. So, yeah, this person's an asshole. So, I feel like you're an empath, okay? This feels like someone who you've had some kind of disagreement. There's been some kind of fight. You were vulnerable to this person, okay? This, let's see, this feels, you were vulnerable to this person, okay? And I feel betrayal of some kind. I feel fighting. This is the Hellraiser card. Okay. And I feel like it really literally like ripped you apart. This is someone who you told secrets to, like you emotionally invested in. It could be an ex, like partner or lover or someone you were close to. Maybe someone you thought was a partner but wasn't. Or they were playing you basically. Let's get some cards here. This feels like, tell me more about it, because I feel like this person is stalking you. They're watching you. Okay. Let's ask Vlad. Are they a vampire? The Six of Swords. Is this stalker a vampire? Are they vampiric in nature? Are they trying to leech energy? I'm hearing it's hard to leech energy when there isn't any energy. Okay, so we have the Tower here. Okay, we have the Six of Swords, we have the Ten of Cups, and the King of Stakes here. So I'm feeling like there was a Tower moment here, a fight of some kind, a disagreement with this person. Okay, they're still clinging and vampiric of the old energy. They're stalking you, they're watching you, they have their eyes on you, and they're clinging to this old energy, the old bond that you had, and they're trying to siphon off of that. Okay, and they're very bad at it, by the way. This isn't someone who's very good at leeching energy. They're a starving vampire, if you will. I don't know, because they're leeching off the past. Okay, they want to be like this, super villain, but they're not. Okay, they are ready to. What they don't understand is they destroyed this bond. It was destroyed. Literally, it was ripped apart. When you guys had this altercation, the Tower ripped the bond apart. Okay, because you're an empath. Okay, I feel like this person may be a dark empath, but they're not. They haven't really got control of it. It's like they're very chaotic, so they're not really able to feed off you. You may have protections around you, because I feel like you happily moved on. And I feel like with the Six of Swords here, yeah, it for a while, yeah, it was hard, it was hard to move on. There was there's some scars here, because we have this here where I feel like literally, it It ripped you apart. There was accumulation of toxicity with this person. Um, I'm really getting called to this delusional God card. Acts as if everyone should kiss their butt and shower them with love, but they don't deserve it. This person was very undeserving of your attention, of your affection, of any of your energy. And when this tower moment happened and you guys got into it, the truth was found out. I think it was so heartbreaking and soul crushing that it literally destroyed the bond. It was absolutely destroyed. Or you have done some kind of powerful work here where literally, I don't know if you've done like a cord cutting or a fiery wall. Some of you guys have destroyed it with fire or something, but the bond, I'm seeing it exploded like in this movie. How, the Cenobites, it's one of my favorite horror movies, by the way, Hellraiser. I mean, it's a classic. Where the Cenobites, destroy, Pinhead destroys people by ripping them apart. I'll rip your soul apart. I feel like that's how this felt. And the person is lingering, trying to feed on this very toxic bond. They pretend in their mind. And I feel like outwardly to other people, maybe even to you, they pretend like they're on to the next. That will be for some of you, not all of you, but they pretend like, oh yeah, I've moved on. No, you've moved on. They are sitting in the space of, let me lower you guys down. Hold your breath. Woo, we're going down a little bit. Okay, you can see the cards a little better. They pretend like they've moved on, but they're stuck. Some of you guys, they're watching you on the internet. I see someone driving by someone's work. If you work at a law office or a doctor's office, it looks like a building that was built in like the 80s, 90s. Yeah, it's like brown. There's like a wall in front of it. I'm seeing the numbers like 49 or 19. But whatever. I'm also seeing like a house that's an office too. That won't be for all of you. It's just what the impressions are bringing me. This person is definitely trying to be an energetic vampire. However, they are not successful because there's absolutely no bond. However, they are watching you. Okay, this person is definitely watching you. Tell me more about the watcher, the spectator. I feel like they're a spectator in your life. They're watching you move on with this Ten of Cups. You are happy without them. That's what I'm hearing. You're happier without them. And I feel like you're moving more into being more comfortable with yourself. No reversals. We have the Four of Stakes here. This is like the Four of Wands. Happy. I think the deck is upside down. There we go. Okay. I feel like you're moving into a place where you're just happier. You're just in a happier place. You feel more inspired. You feel more motivated. We have the Queen of Stakes. Ah, y'all. Okay, now I see. This isn't a love read, but y'all, we have the King and Queen of Stakes. So a lot of you guys are moving towards meeting someone really important, possibly at a certain event or a certain moment. You're going to meet someone or you have met someone. And they may be the love of your life. They may be your like divine counterpart person or twin. I hate that label. I don't like labels. It's that Aquarian energy, but you're going to meet this important person. And I feel like this energy that's watching you is like, I lost them. I've lost them forever. But in their sick and twisted ego, they're having a hard time dealing with the ending here. They have grief. They are very grief-stricken. And meantime, here you are, the queen, king, royal person of your household, ruling your world. They can't stand it. And I'm not saying that your life is perfect, okay? other people's perceptions of our lives can be very different. This person thinks that you've moved on and you have someone else or someone else is interested. They think that's what's going on. Okay? They're pretty sure. If you don't, they're pretty sure that you're going to find someone else. I feel like a lot of you guys are looking different or better to this person than you were when you were together. And I feel like some of them feel like they just they want things to go back. They're living in the past and they're trying to pull from the past, and there's nothing there for them to pull from. It's like a failed vampire. Have you seen What We Do in the Shadows? You know, when the assistant, I forget his name at the moment. You probably can remind me in the comments if you know. But I can't remember right now. But, you know, the assistant tries to, spoiler alert, the assistant eventually, you know, he gets bitten and tries to become a vampire. And he kind of fails at it. Okay, so that's what this is. This person would love to be able to drain you energetically, to get you to come back, to draw you back with this vampiric energy. But they can't. Because at the heart of all of this person is a coward. And they're weak. Okay? And they put on a show. Okay? I feel like for many of you, this is a false twin. This is someone who may have some things in common with your divine counterpart, your person, this person coming in, or this person you're with. Like, they may both play golf, or they may both, like, be 5'8" with brown hair, or they may both be like electricians or something like that. Like, they may both have the same kind of vibe, but they're very different in extremely important ways. And that's how you will kind of know. Okay, so my throat chakra is trying to close up. Okay, so tell me more about this situation. So this person's watching you, and I feel like even if you are with someone, there's this delusion. Tell me about the delusion, the Ace of Cups. They have this delusion or fantasy that somehow, some way, one day, they can make this a reality. Like, you will fall back in love with them. Like, you know, it's very delusional. I feel completely like this person's kind of in their own world at this point. And I think it's coming from regret, this regret over here. Because I feel like this person feels like they're seeing you happy. They feel like they're seeing you move on, and they feel like someone else is getting this other version of you, and they wonder why they didn't get that version. Well, because they treated you like shit, that's why. You were in survival mode with this person, and this person literally destroyed that. So, you know, after you're broken down this way, you kind of have to rebuild. And when you rebuilt this time, it was a whole different mechanism. You're built a whole different way now. They don't even know you anymore, do they? So this whole thing about stalking you and watching you and all this shit, they're watching someone they don't even fucking know. That's what's crazy. They think they know you. They don't fucking know you. They don't know you from a stranger. You're completely different. You would never put up with the shit that you put up with before, would you? But this person is living from the past, and they're drawing parasitic energy from the past. Vampiric, not parasitic. Vampiric energy from the past. And I feel like until they are able to really see their own faults, they're going to kind of live in the past. And you're going to move on. And I feel like the more distance, as far as like you moving forward, the more distance you put in between you guys energetically, the more this will fade. And I don't mean they'll stop watching you. I think they'll always check on you, but the less it's going to matter. It may not even matter to you now, because I feel like there's really no effects of this on you, because you literally are at a different place. Many of you are literally a different person. All right, let's get you guys some letters, initials, and some charms. Hey, group two, these are going to be your letters, your initials, and your charms. Keep in mind this is a general reading, so just take what resonates and leave the rest behind. These could be your initials, their initials, a meaningful word, a screen name. Just take what resonates here. We have T, Z, Z, J, CALNLXDRL, JFWVE. We have the number 7, 1, 3, and 3. So 33s could be meaningful numbers as well. We have a big old spider here. We have a little castle. Some of you guys may have kids with this person. Okay, so they're going to see you for a long time. They're going to be watching you be happy, but they're always going to be thinking that they have a shot. Okay, we have the pineapple. You got the pineapple. You guys, this is about abundance. Okay, some of you guys with the spider and this pineapple, I feel like there's a blessing coming. You may have been getting tarot card readings about this. We have a scarecrow here. I think this is a scarecrow. Yeah, next fall or the next fall when you see this, this is a timeless reading, but the next fall from when you see this, you may have some kind of harvest coming through for you. I have another fall charm here. This is a fall tree. So, and we have a skeleton here as well. So, you know, around fall, you may see some kind of harvest come through. I'm also feeling with that, I'm feeling like ancestor energy. I'm feeling like passed over loved ones coming through. And I feel like for some of you, this is like, this won't be for all of you. And this is kind of a side message. Sometimes the ancestors come through in my charm readings, and I'm feeling that right now. Their letters, their initials may be on in these charms. It won't be for all of you, okay? But I feel like there is some Passover loved ones who are like ancestor energy. In other words, they want to work with you like an ancestor, and they want to help guide you to some abundance because they know things are hard. I'm hearing like, I know things are hard, girl. I know things are hard. Um, some of you guys may have lost a job or something, and they're like, I know it's hard. I hear you. Someone's got a grandma here. And I feel like with this purple stone, amethyst stone, I'm feeling like you need to lean harder into your gut, your intuition. I feel like they need you just to ask, hey, grandma, can you help me? Just acknowledge them. You can be as simple as putting a picture of them out and like a little glass. I'm hearing like if they like coffee, they would like some coffee. Like make them a cup of coffee. Make me a cup of coffee like Nana wanted or Grandma wanted or Mimi, whatever their name was. You could write them a little note, a little love note even. I'm seeing like a key with a heart on it. I'm seeing like a little white candle. Some of them had like smelly candles they liked, just a little smelly candle, just a little something to say, hey, I remember you. Um, and I'm getting like a message from one of them. I feel like her name is Anna, Rosanna. I'm also getting Patty, Pat. I get this is okay. I get Patty with two T's, but also Patty with Paddie or Y. Might have been Irish or something about St. Patrick's Day. Um, but I'm just getting or Welsh, saying Welsh. Okay, so I'm just getting like this energy of like I want to help you connect more with your ancestry of Welsh ancestry. Now, this is a different ancestor coming through Welsh witchcraft. Okay, some of you guys, this is an ancestor who wants to work with you to help you learn Welsh witchcraft. So if that's yours, and you know. All right, okay? All right, group two, that's what I received for you. I hope this was helpful. If it was, please let me know down in the comments below. I would love to hear from you guys. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do. I'd love to have you as a member of my tribe. If you'd like to see more Auntie Amy's Trashy Tarot, give me a thumbs up. And I'll see you beautiful, magical baddies on the other side. Bye, guys. Hey, group three, all of you that selected vampire, give, take, draining, lasting. This is going to be your reading all about, are you under vampiric attack? Keep in mind this is a general reading, so just take what resonates and leave the rest behind. I have done a bit of a pre-shuffle, but I'll be pulling more cards as I need to for clarity. And at the end of this group, I will be getting letters, initials, and charms, and we'll be getting more information about your situation. So let's get into it. The first card we have is Suspicion. Okay, this is Invasion of the Body Snatchers. All right. Okay, and we have Calling the Storm. Okay, just so you guys know, this is a low light reading on purpose. Okay, I love to read in low light, so I decided to do one. Okay, so we have Black Rose. Okay, we have Left Eye Knowledge, and we have the Crown Spirituality. I feel a lot of power here. Let's see, let me put this over here. We have Jealous. We have Haunted Forest, New Path, Bold Move, Triumph. We have Toxic, the Chosen One, becomes upset when others decide to choose another over them. Jealousy. We have Cultivate. We have Rise Up. And we have Bound. Interesting. You got somebody very jealous of you. Okay. And I'm pulling on several different energies here. I'm pulling on, this could be a sibling, like sibling rivalry. This person feels like you get picked all the time, or you get all the kudos, or you're better, or everyone picks you, or something like that. You know, that kind of bullshit. Or this literally is like a love situation where you got picked over someone else. This is someone's ex situation. Or this is someone who's jealous of you, just in general. The way you look, your power. For some of you, it feels like it could be in the magic community as well. And this could be your vibe too. Okay, this could be your vibe. You could have a dark kind of vampiric vibe, or occult vibe, or Lilithian vibe. And they're kind of jealous of that, of your presence. And I feel like for many of you, this is somebody who you don't have any contact with this ending here. You don't really talk to them anymore, or there's space here. There's space here. And I feel like you're very powerful. You have presence here. And I feel like if they could find a way to bind you guys together, they would. And it feels energetic. This person may have attempted to siphon your energy. It could be at work. It could be in a family. Could be in a social situation. But I feel like you're more powerful. And I feel like they're aware of it. And that's part of the jealousy. I feel like they're jealous of the way you seem to be picked over them in some situations. Let's get into the tarot here. Tell me more about the situation. It feels like there's just several things presenting here. We have a clump. We're going to take the clump. We have the Queen of Scepters. We have the 10 of Scepters. We have the Hanged Man. We have Temperance. We have the 4 of Scepters. And we have the Prince of Scepters. I absolutely shuffled this deck. Okay, so lots of scepters here. I'm feeling like the jealousy is just because there's been so much. And listen, I always say this, but it's very important. Understand this is how this person perceives you. Okay, it's not based in truth. We perceive other people vastly differently than the realities of their life. Okay, this person perceives you as someone who's really accomplished things, who has a lot going on. I feel like they perceive you as someone who is incredibly strong and powerful, which I feel the power here. I feel like you energetically are a heavy lifter. Some of you guys are powerful witches or magicians or creators. You may be someone who has a business, or you may have a degree or just very powerful in your profession. And I feel like um, there is a lot of, I feel like you may not even know this, but I feel like you make people happy. This person doesn't really make people happy. I feel like that's why you guys probably aren't friends anymore, right? Y'all don't make each other happy. Um, you had a falling out for sure. And I feel like they're jealous of that. Like they don't have that thing that makes other people happy. I feel like they have a way with this temperance and the hangman. I think they drive people away from them with their toxicity because they are attention hungry constantly. This person is always wanting the spotlight. And I feel like you shine brighter because you know who you are. At least that's our perception. And that's the energy I'm getting. I feel like if you don't know who you are, you're definitely on that path. This person is so jealous because as they see you, they think that you have it together. Like you're on your way to that thing, that bright light, that happy evolution of self. And, I feel like the truth is, you have struggles just like everybody else, but you're cultivating an energy that is magnetic. Lots of beautiful, fiery energy here. Lots of profoundly uplifting and inspiring energy here. Energy of like accomplishment, energy of change, energy of even personal evolution here. And there's a lot of happiness. People enjoy you. We have bold moves here. There's bold moves. There's triumph here. Victory. You have a victorious energy. Even if you haven't felt it, it's cultivating around you. This person's so jealous. Like any of your wins, be them big or small, they hate it. This is an active hater. Okay? An active hater. And how, if you relate to this person being like in your life actively, like you've had a falling out, but it's a forced relation. Forced relation is somebody you have to be around. You have to work around them, or they're in your family, and for whatever reason, you have to deal with them. Okay, no explanation needed. Then they do actively try to drain your energy. They walk into a room, say you're at a family event, they walk into a room and they immediately start draining the energy. They suck the life out of the room. They bring in as much bad juju as possible because their goal in life is that if they're miserable, they're going to make everybody else fucking miserable. They also want attention at any cost. So if you're having a good time, or you're having a good, work day, or if this is in family and it's siblings or whatever this is, it feels like someone who's so jealous that they would completely screw up their own life and cause a stink and a scene just to get the negative attention. Okay, that's what this feels like. We have several cards here. So the first one is cloak, protected and covered. See, here's the thing. You are protected and covered. And to them, it seems like you're highly favored. And they don't like that shit. They want some of that shit. And they would like to figure out how to siphon that shit off of you. But the truth is they can't, because it's the thing you have. You are highly favored. You are protected. You're protected from this bitch, okay? Ghost hunters, searching, looking. They're always looking for shit on you. Always. This person always is looking for shit on you. Always. That is also a way they try to drain you, okay? Even if you fought with this person and you don't really talk to them, they still look for it, okay? I feel like this person has almost a wrath about them for you. Like, this is a vampiric energy that's very wrathful, but you are protected, okay? I want to remind you that you're highly favored and you're protected. We have zombie maze, confused and disoriented. And I feel like they are so ate up with the dumbass of being jealous and worrying about what everybody else has going on that they are totally missing their own opportunities in life. They are confused about their priorities. They do not have their head screwed on straight. They don't have their priorities right. And the problem is in 10 years they're going to look back and think, "Wow, I wasted so much of my time." If they can ever get the clarity, I'm not guaranteeing you they will, but they've wasted so much time competing with other people in an invisible ghost race that they've missed so much of their life, And so many of us, we do miss our lives in different ways, but this person is literally working real hard in a race that doesn't even exist because you're not running it. You're done with it, kind of thing. We have the craft, magic, chemistry. Um, I feel like this is power, okay? If you're not in the craft, you're very powerful. You have a very powerful presence. If you are in the craft, I feel like your skill is high, okay? And you're very protected from this energy. You can be protected. It doesn't mean it doesn't exist still. The energy is still out there. You're just protected from it. We have parked cars, staying put, no movement. This person, like I said, just because you're protected doesn't mean it goes away. I feel like this attempted vampiric kind of attack energy is very stagnant. It's like they're going to continue to try any way they can. And the thing is that they're just not really strong enough. They try to go around your protections and, get to draining you through other people. Like if this is a family and this is your sister, they go through your mom and talk about you through your mom and try to get at your life and get at your situation. And I feel like a lot of you have done quite a few protections where that doesn't even touch you. Some of you guys need to do more protections so that doesn't even touch you, okay? So that you can talk to your mom and not worry about what she's telling your sister, okay? Some of you guys may feel like, you know what, I need to pull back what I tell my mom because I don't need that shit. So that's a personal thing and no judgment. Whatever you need to do, you do, okay? Phone call, text, email. Yeah. I feel like if you have an online presence, they definitely watch you online. Their group 2 had stalking vibes. This has stalking vibes too. You may be drawn to group 2. If you are, there may be a message there for you. But they definitely watch you, and I don't feel like this is something that's going to go away. Okay, this is someone who's actively trying to figure out how to drain your energy, how to get your good juju, how to get your attention, how to get that from you. And the truth is, they're not going to be able to. Okay, because you're highly favored and you're very protected. Okay, now I feel like for you there is a an evolution going on that is antagonizing with all these scepters here. I feel like there's just a radical kind of evolution. There's like accomplishment. There's movement out of a period of slow growth to like a rapid state of accomplishment and evolution and happiness. And really feeling yourself, like being in kind of like this divine higher self energy and feeling fully aligned with purpose, being in flow. And I got to tell you, it's really going to drive this person crazy. So this energy is going to be more activated and more irritated by your growth. And you just need to become aware of that and accept it, honestly, because it's not going to get better. They aren't going to cheer for you. They will never be happy for you. The more you win and the more triumphs you have, the more jealous they're going to get. Okay. I don't care if they go and have big happy events. For some of you, I feel like you may have had a wedding or something. They were very jealous. They may have said they wished you well. They did not wish you well. Okay. You may have had some birthday or some event they went to. They may have even helped you with it. But they really wanted things to go bad. They may even, for some of you, they rig shit to go bad. If you know, you know. But you still put up with them. And I just have to tell you that the level of toxicity here with this person is very high. And they really, they don't have a strong enough sense of self to feel any remorse for how they feel. And I got to tell you, I feel like this person is very fake. Um, you probably know that, but other people don't. And I feel like for those of you who know this, it's kind of unnerving the way they do this. It makes you feel like there's something deeper going on with them that's a little scary. They do drain other people. Um, and you've seen them drain people. If this is work, you've seen them drain people at work. Uh, they drain family, etc. Uh, and they steal the light from the room. And the thing is that you're the light in the room, but they can't drain you. They can drain like the collective, and when people get together, there's like a collective energy. They can drain that collective energy, but when they set their sights on you, they can't fucking touch you. And it drives them crazy. You're untouchable to them. And they don't like that. And it irritates them and it angers them. So they purposely try to sabotage things. So just keep that in mind. You might put up more protections. Maybe you're fully protected and you feel good about it. But just know that just because you're protected doesn't mean it goes away. A lot of you guys, this person is very obsessed. If they can't be your best friend, if they can't be you, then they hate you. Love and hate have a very fine line, they say, right? And I'm going to tell you this because I think some of you will have this person eventually playing the game where they make their biggest enemy, they try to make their biggest enemy their best friend. Don't do that because they're really trying to fuck with you. Okay? You can't trust people like this. This person may have some deeper issues here, so you can't trust them. Believe their behavior. Trust what you know about this person. Trust your gut. Okay? Let's get you guys some letters, initials, and some charms. Okay, group 3, these are going to be your letters, your initials, and your charms. Keep in mind, it's a general reading, so just take what resonates and leave the rest behind. These could be your initials, their initials, a meaningful word, a screen name. We have LQWLOPQSCHCZLD. So those are the initials that came out. So sometimes I get a lot, sometimes I get a few. So we have a ton of charms. What I'm feeling here is complete stress and overwhelm. Some of you guys may be feeling this. There may be some confusion. You may just be feeling very burdened. This also could be this person, okay? Feel lots of just stress. And we have the wheel here. I feel like the wheel is turning, okay? And we have a turtle. We also have a wreath. And there may have been something that happened at Christmas time that really triggered a lot of stress around this situation. Maybe you had to be around this person. I've also got a scarecrow, so something about the holidays here for some of you. We have the Sagittarius coin. It's a charm. We have a bat. Let's see, we have a tarot card. We have an evil eye. They're definitely sending you the evil eye, y'all. Like, definitely. We have another evil eye. They're definitely sending you the evil eye. If you could disappear, they would be very happy with you disappearing. We have a skull here. This is a hater. Like, they hate you. They want you to go away. Because then they get to be chosen. They feel like they would get to be chosen if you would just go away. Oh, we have a G that showed up as well. We have a jack-o'-lantern. Also holidays, but I'm getting like, again, you're very protected, okay? You're very protected from this person, Aquarius. Very protected, but I got to tell you guys, the devil, this person has the worst intentions. Do not trust them. I cannot stress this enough. We have Taurus here as well. Do not trust them. I don't care what promises they make to you. Do not trust them. telephone here. They're talking smack about you, some of you guys, to your mother or another important person in your life. And I feel like with the turtle here and the wheel, the Taurus as well, I feel like with the protection, I feel like you're coming into a time that's going to be very stable, very certain, and there's going to be growth, but it's going to come in um, slowly, calmly, securely. Some of you guys are getting a new key. I'm hearing a key to a car, a key to a house, a key to a new job. You know how they give you a key when you get a new job sometimes. That's what I'm getting. But you guys, you need to like be aware that people aren't wishing you well. So return that shit to sender. If you know, you know. We have a butterfly here. Like there is a new pathway being reborn for you. And we had a card over here. We have new path, bold move, triumph. Yeah, there is success coming for you, group 3. And this is a complete side message. Sometimes I get these in these readings, like ancestors, spirit guides come through the charms. They like to come through the charms a lot. So we have a zombie. Yeah, I feel like this person is going to kind of be left in the dust. And the pathway that you're walking is really going to aggravate this person. It's going to trigger them. And I want you to understand that they're being triggered for their own growth. Okay, it's for their own higher good. How they move on their path is none of your concern. If this is family, will they throw a fit? Maybe, probably. If this is at work, can they cause problems for you? They'll probably try. Are you protected? Absolutely. So I wouldn't worry about it, you know. Do your protections, because I feel like you're the shining star here. There's a star. You're shining. We have a yellow rose here as well. And I feel like we have a wine bottle. I feel like you're going to have some things to celebrate in the coming year or so. And that the key is, because this key looks like a key to a house or a car or a key to a job. So I feel like the spirits around you are trying to manifest with you some really good things on this path for you. So don't let this kind of, and you probably, some of you guys know about this and you're just like, I know. Don't let this negativity like stand in your way. You know, you're protected. Yes, you have a little bit of a little vampire here, but I think you know about it. If you don't, you do now. Either way, you're protected. No, they're not going to go away. Okay. You can do, like, if you're a witch, you could do some spell work. But I feel like for some of you, this particular energy is like a forced relation. Like you have to be around them for whatever reason. Sometimes life has these situations. So, you know, just protect yourself, keep your energy close, and, you know, don't divulge too much information to people who are connected to this person, because this is the kind of person that would take anything they could and manipulate it to get back at you. Listen, these kind of people, I know this may be your family, but these kind of people have no life. Okay, they just don't have a life. And the best thing this person could do would be to start living for themselves and find out who the fuck they are. But they're too busy being involved in your life, okay? And the best thing you can do is just live your best life. Number one, it's going to make your life happier, more successful. And number two, it's going to drive this person insane. And it can make it where they don't want to watch you as much, because when they watch you, they're reminded of their own failure. So, you know, that is also a way to approach it as well. All right. So, okay, group 3, that's what I received for you. I hope this resonated. If it did, please let me know down in the comments below. I would love to hear from you guys. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do. I'd love to have you as a member of my tribe. And if you'd like to see more Auntie Amy's Trashy Tarot, give me a thumbs up. And I'll see you beautiful, magical baddies on the other side. Bye, guys.